Anyway, how the heck are you? Let me adjust, go this way. There we go. Anyways, how the heck are you? Big time the beer whisperer and whiskey whisperer. I'm probably going to start with the whiskey before it gets too watered down. Had a glow bowl yesterday. Um, just tough to get these right. Anyways, they look nice at first, but 10 seconds later, anyway. So I've got the same whiskey in the proper glass. See, here's the thing. Here's how OCD Beer Geek works. I don't necessarily need the proper glass unless I have the proper glass. But if I have it, if I have the logo, if I have all of that, then the proper glass must be used. So I've got some neat in the my whiskey neat glass from Rocktown. I've got some on the rocks from Rocks, your old fashioned glass from Rocktown. I also poured a beer. This is the Ryu Rice Lager from Hold Fast Brewing. It's at 5%. I have the proper glass for everything here. Anyway, launch it. Ah. So I kind of got away from this format, right? Doing these spontaneous or spur of the moment videos. I used to do them all the time, but I kind of got away from doing them all together. Once I got first the other streaming service, and now Restream, just to do the scheduled videos with very specific people. But I want to get back to just enjoying it again and not just doing the videos because you had to. Because I was trying to do some, and I really liked the one podcast I was doing with some friends, but it got to be labored. It got to be there was just no fun anymore. It was. I feel like we kind of lost the focus and drive and vision of the show. And I kind of also feel like all three of us were going in different directions. There were some misunderstandings and a lot of miscommunication or just non-communication. I didn't feel like I was being communicated with enough, and that was frustrating me. So I really like these guys. It just that format just wasn't working because I think the idea we had was great. But I felt like we strayed so far from that; it just became convoluted. And then even my own shows have kind of gotten the same way. So that's why I thought, well, let's just get in the habit of going back to just doing spontaneous, completely non-scripted. And all my shows are non-scripted. But what I mean is, uh, just off the cuff, right? I mean, I just grabbed the beer, grabbed the whiskey. Nothing was planned in advance. I just grabbed some, turned on the camera, and we're gonna just see what happens. Yeah, it's working. I just wanted to make sure that was working. All right. If anybody would like to comment or whatever, you still got that same ability to do so if you would like. I'm gonna work on my rocks whiskey first before I get too much more ice in there or water in there. Anyway, Sláinte. Oh, I really enjoy this whiskey. It's very different. It's from Rocktown. It's aged 4 years. It's their single barrel Golden Promise straight bourbon whiskey, finished in toasted French oak barrels. As you know, French oak tends to impart a little extra vanilla, a little more vanilla note than American white oak, where most American white oak imparts more spice notes than French oak. Good Lord, that fly is making me crazy. I keep shooting him away, and the motherfucker keeps coming back. uh, Finished in toasted French oak barrels, single barrel Golden Promise. It's distilled from a mash of 82% Arkansas core, 9% Golden Promise, and 9% distiller's malt. Violet cask strength from one single barrel. This one's at 110.4. It's just insanely good. I wish I had a second bottle of it. I really do. It's really good, man. Make the little bastard. Fucker's getting on my last nerve. Oh, I got him that time. I got that one anyway, but I think there's a slew of them. At least that one bought the farm. Anyway, wife and I got out for a little bit today. Went to a culture fest here in town, which is very nice, showcasing diversity. So I'll wear one of a handful of pride shirts that I have. I ordered a shirt. I was hoping it would come in for this. I don't want to say what it is right now, but it didn't come in, so I wasn't able to wear it. But I look forward to be able to. I look forward to wear it to certain places where it might irritate certain folks, because there's a lot of that in this neck of the woods. When I first got here, I felt like this is the most bigoted, redneck, racist area I'd ever lived in. And then it felt like it was getting better up until 2016, and then it digressed, and then felt like it was getting better again once we got that orange thing out of the White House, and now he's back, and now that lack of diversity is pervasive again, especially in this neck of the woods. And it does crack me up how the right likes to say, oh, the tolerant left, but they get mad about, yeah, we get mad about injustice. You get mad about skin color and people just living their lives. We get mad when you become a bigot. And somehow they don't have the ability to see the difference. Why? Because they're ignorant fucking bigots. But anyway, that aside, that aside. But we did enjoy the culture fest today. It was a lot of fun. There was a we started a Colombian place. I didn't realize they didn't have a restaurant yet. But man, it was good. I had a wife had a pollo empanada, and I had the shit arepa queso. That was just insanely good. We both had some coffee. She had hers iced. I had mine hot. It was really good. They don't have a restaurant yet. I hope they have one soon. Because man, if they had a restaurant, they were open tomorrow, I'd be camped out at their doorstep. And it was that good. Uh, when we came home to relax, that's not entirely true. I stopped at Whole Fast Brewing, one place. I have a mug. That's the Ryu Rice Lager, but I had one of these there at the brewery, and then I got a 4-pack to take home. Peace, Louise, man. I have to go inside. I like being outside, but these flies are already getting on my last nerve today. So yeah, I got a 4-pack to take home. So come home, relax a little bit. We didn't eat much. I mean, I had that one thing, and it's all we've had to eat today. But man, it was so good and so filling. I do have to get in there and cook some. I was gonna say lunch. We're kind of past that. Kind of skip breakfast, went straight to lunch, and I'll cook some dinner. But that was extremely filling. Trying to figure out what the original plan was pizza, but it's awful warm. I don't know if I want to kick the oven on. But I have all the ingredients, so I kind of not to make it. We were going to do two the other night, but we ended up just doing one. Just did a margarita pizza with some of our garden tomatoes. But I had the second one was going to be some mixed olives and sweet onions, along with uh, some sharp provolone, some Asiago, sharp provolone, Asiago, and and some fresh monts. That add a little get some olive oil and herb on the crust, and then top with a little tarragon from our garden here because I like the tarragon. Still milder than say anise or fennel, but it's a similar flavor, but it's just a little bit milder. This whiskey has a lot of notes. What does the cold do to it? Well, you get just that right amount of cold, that right amount of water. You get to what I like to call the sweet spot, where all those sugars just rush to the surface. So you get these big, bold coffee and vanilla notes, maybe just a hint of molasses in there. Like I said, that Golden Promise is just insanely good. There's my neat. I'm gonna finish my beer here. Yeah, there was a time I would just do several, non-scheduled, unscripted videos throughout the day before we had platforms like this where you could stream to multi social media. I would just do either live from YouTube or just live from Facebook. I would do live sometimes just into my specific groups at the time, especially around 2020 when the world went in a handbasket and everything just went fucking haywire, man. So the difference need is this is just a big, bold, beautiful whiskey, just the perfect viscosity. It just feels good to drink. What I lose on the rocks is I lose those finishing barrel notes completely, right? Those big, beautiful spice notes, that big hint of vanilla. You lose all that. What you gain is that extra sweetness. So it is a trade-off. This glass, I just got this glass. I didn't buy this one at the distillery when I was there. I bought other glasses and I was planning on going back to get some other things, and I didn't. I actually ordered another product. Uh, I bought the glass because I was mainly ordering online to get the one specific product, but they were out of the product. Oh, I didn't know that at the time. I'd already placed the order, paid for the order. It was a few days later when they told me the product was out of stock, but I said, screw it. I just went ahead and kept the glass and stuff anyway. I'll pay for that. I wanted one anyway. At that beer geek, whiskey geek mentality. I gotta have the glasses, man. You gotta have the proper glasses, man. Oh, I was thinking about landing. Changes. Anyways, I digress. Uh, so I worked late yesterday, but I'd ordered the ingredients from Neely Distillery to make a proper, or the whiskey and the absinthe anyway, to make a proper Sazerac cocktail. But I also bought the Pecos bitters here in town, as well as the brown sugar cubes, or the Demerara sugar cubes, if you will. Got to eat the right ones. Some like to muddle. Hey, I don't care if you do or not. I melted it. A little water melted down. Didn't make a. There wasn't a lot of just about this much simple syrup. Nice and dark, how I like it. So I don't care how much you muddle, you're going to get some grit. And I don't like the grit. It's a sensory thing for me. I can't deal with it. But I know there are some, especially younger drinkers, that like that grit. I personally don't. But anyway, so I had the absinthe. So I did I bought an atomizer to really try to make a very proper Sazerac. So I may try it again. So I have that rye, that Neely Sweet Thumped Rye, and the Neely absinthe. So I want to use those products. The Neely Rye is probably one of my absolute favorites, but I may use a different rye. Not because I think it would be better in this cocktail, mostly because I don't want to use all of my Neely rye right away. So I have some other ryes I've opened. So I may try to do the cocktail with a different rye, just so I don't use any more of that one. Because I mean, Right, so I need to make it last, man. Uh, uh, Mercy. So yeah, I may do it with a different. Maybe do it with the Rocktown rye actually, because I've got so that Neely was at cask. So, but I've got a Rocktown cask I may use in place of. Uh, Again, not because I think it'd be any better. It's not going to be any worse. That's a great whiskey too. Don't get me going in the wrong direction. Don't get me going in the wrong direction. Uh, but because I don't want to use all that Neely up. Well, actually, okay. The Rocktown is a bourbon, not a rye. So I don't know. I'm making some decisions. Let me say that I'm making some decisions. I have a couple other ryes I could use, and I'm thinking about trying to take the cocktail in a different direction. Um, I don't want to say right now because I don't want to. I don't want folks to get really upset. What I want to do, I want to do everything the same except change the type of whiskey, and that's all I'm going to say about it right now. But anyways, I was glad this glass came in because it's. I mean, it's not quite your standard Glencairn, right? I like it. It's just a little bit different, but it does the same thing. And I have another one very similar from Tiaki Ada here in town. And in some ways, I kind of like them better than the Glencairn. But for a cask whiskey, this stuff is just insanely good. And I had an enjoyable time at that distillery there in Little Rock. They were really good. So, anyways, I didn't realize the flies were going to be so bad out here today, man. It's making me crazy. Anyways, I got to finish this up. They're making me nuts. So I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drink. I killed 3 already, and it seems like every time I kill one and 2 more show up. Here's another one down. But I kill one, and it's like they got this network. I'm Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, Purveyor of Wisdom, and let me show you this interesting can. I really like it. I wish we used these at our workplace. I really like them. I bet they're easier to do too. Anyway, Hold Fast Brewing, a Ryu rice lager, 5%. Think Japanese lager, but better. It's much cleaner than those commercial products on the market. You don't have that metallic sweet finish that the commercial products do. This thing just is just that perfect summer beer. Anyways, I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, brother, very drinker, Purveyor of Wisdom, and all right.